The British monarchy is currently standing at a precipice, facing an existential crisis so severe that the halls of Buckingham Palace are reportedly echoing with a name many thought had been erased from the royal ledger forever: Prince Harry. As the institution grapples with a dwindling number of working royals and the long shadow of scandal, a startling realization is dawning on the king's advisors. The Duke of Sussex may not be the problem, but rather the only viable solution for the crown's long-term survival. Hello, dear viewers, and thank you for joining us for this deep dive into the shifting dynamics of the House of Windsor. Before we unravel the complex web of family loyalty, public image, and the desperate search for royal lightness, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. Your support allows us to continue bringing you these detailed reports on the lives and legacies of the world's most famous family. The current state of the British monarchy can be described as nothing short of a personnel catastrophe. With King Charles and the Princess of Wales both facing significant health challenges over the past year, the firm has found itself stretched dangerously thin. Prince William, while steadfast and increasingly popular, is carrying a burden that many believe is becoming unsustainable. He is a man balancing the weight of the future throne with the immediate needs of his young family, leaving little room for the charismatic outreach that once defined the royal brand. But the pressure isn't just about the workload, it's about a profound lack of options. Prince Andrew remains a pariah, his reputation permanently tarnished by his association with Jeffrey Epstein and the subsequent legal fallout. While Princess Anne and the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh are working tirelessly, there is a growing consensus that the monarchy is losing its spark. A palace insider recently described the current atmosphere as the most joyless period in years, noting that the institution has become unusually somber and formal. This is where the Duke of Sussex enters the conversation. Despite the explosive headlines, the Netflix documentaries, and the tell-all memoirs, a significant faction within the royal circle is beginning to argue that Harry is crucial. The reasoning is multifaceted, but it begins with a simple, albeit harsh, comparison. Unlike his uncle, Prince Andrew, Harry has never been accused of a crime. His sins, in the eyes of the establishment, are those of rebellion and public airing of grievances, actions that, while hurtful to the family, do not carry the same legal or moral weight as the scandals surrounding the Duke of York. According to reports from OK Magazine and other royal observers, the monarchy is realizing that it cannot rely on a single audience. While Prince William and Catherine are the bedrock of support among traditionalists and the older generation in the United Kingdom, the institution is failing to connect with younger, more diverse, and international audiences. These are the very demographics that Prince Harry once reached, with effortless ease. The source noted that what the monarchy lacks right now is the lightness Harry once brought to every engagement. He possessed a natural humor and a relaxed demeanor that allowed him to cut through the stiff formality of royal protocol. Without his presence, the institution feels remote, almost clinical. For an institution that relies on public consent to exist, being remote is a terminal diagnosis. Harry's ability to communicate in a way that feels unscripted and natural is now being viewed as a vital asset. He has a history of engaging with people who feel alienated by the pomp and circumstance of the palace. Whether it was his work with veterans through the Invictus Games or his easy rapport with children during overseas tours, Harry humanized the crown. As one palace insider put it, he understands how to reach audiences who are unmoved by ceremony and scripted addresses. He speaks to people who would otherwise simply switch off. But the path to a royal return is paved with personal and political landmines. At the center of this drama is King Charles himself. While the public image of the king is often one of duty and stoicism, his private feelings are reportedly much more complex. Despite the years of distance and the fact that he has not seen his daughter-in-law, Meghan Markle, since the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II in 2022, the king has not turned his back on her. In a surprising revelation from a source speaking to Closer magazine, it appears the king's heart is softening. The more time goes by, the more empathy he seems to feel for Meghan, the insider claimed. Charles, who has spent his entire life in the spotlight and has navigated his own share of public vilification, reportedly believes that empathy and basic decency should still apply to his son and daughter-in-law. He doesn't expect trust to be magically restored overnight, but he is said to believe that the Sussexes deserve a bridge back into the family fold. However, the king's desire for reconciliation is met with fierce resistance from within his own inner circle. Queen Camilla, for one, is reportedly adamant in her stance. Sources suggest she has made it clear that she has no desire to be in the same room as Meghan Markle. This creates a functional nightmare for palace planners. How can a family heal when the queen consort and the king's daughter-in-law cannot coexist in the same space? Then there is the William factor. The Prince of Wales and the Princess of Wales are said to be far from Meghan's biggest fans. The rift between the brothers is well documented, and the scars from Harry's memoir, Spare, run deep. For William, the issue isn't just about personal hurt, it's about the protection of the institution. He views Harry and Meghan's actions as a fundamental betrayal of the never complain, never explain mantra that served his grandmother so well for 7 decades. Yet, the king's perspective is increasingly shaped by his role as a grandfather. Charles is said to be desperate to see Archie and Lilibet. The children are being raised in the sun-drenched hills of Montecito, California, thousands of miles away from their royal heritage. They have only been back to the United Kingdom once, for the late Queen's Platinum Jubilee in June 2022. For a monarch in his mid-70s, the realization that he is a stranger to his own grandchildren is a heavy burden to bear. The upcoming summer brings a potential turning point. With the countdown to the Invictus Games beginning, there are whispers that Meghan may join Harry on a trip to the UK. This would be a seismic event in the world of royal reporting. However, the Duchess's return is contingent on one major factor: security. The Sussexes have been embroiled in a long-standing legal battle with the Home Office regarding their police protection while on British soil. Meghan's team has made it clear that she will only return if their safety is absolutely assured. If a visit does happen, it would force the family into a corner. Would William and Catherine agree to a meeting? Would the king host a private dinner at Highgrove or Sandringham to finally spend time with Archie and Lilibet? These are the questions that are currently keeping palace officials awake at night. The broader implication of this potential Harry return is what it says about the survival of the monarchy itself. The institution is at a crossroads. It can remain a tradition-bound, somewhat somber entity that appeals to a shrinking base of loyalists, or it can attempt to reintegrate the rebel elements that once made it feel vibrant and modern. The natural warmth and humor that Harry brought to the table helped the monarchy feel relatable rather than remote. In an age of social media and instant accountability, relatability is the currency of survival. If the public views the royals as nothing more than distant figures in expensive hats, the argument for their continued existence weakens. As we look toward the future, the question remains: can the king convince his eldest son and his wife to put aside their grievances for the sake of the crown? Or is the damage so extensive that the joyless period will become the new permanent state of the British monarchy? King Charles seems to believe that the brand of the royal family is strong enough to absorb the Sussexes once more, provided there is a foundation of basic decency. He sees the value in Harry's ability to bridge social divides and speak across age groups. He sees a son he loves and a daughter-in-law he is beginning to understand through a lens of empathy. What are your thoughts on this developing situation? Do you believe Prince Harry is truly vital to the monarchy's long-term survival? Or has too much bridge burning taken place for a return to be possible? And what of King Charles's empathy for Meghan? Do you see this as a sign of a wise leader seeking peace or a father being too lenient? We would love to hear your opinions in the comment section below. Your insights always add such value to our discussions. If you found this analysis informative, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with fellow royal enthusiasts. It helps our channel grow and ensures we can keep bringing you these long-form, in-depth reports on the stories that matter. Thank you for watching and for being part of our community. We will continue to monitor this situation closely as the summer approaches and the potential for a royal reunion looms on the horizon. Until next time, stay informed and take care.